Hey, how's it going? My name is Jackie Fish, and welcome back to some more Game of Thrones Total War. Obviously, before we get started, there's going to be Season 8 spoilers here, so if you guys have not seen Season 8 yet, don't watch this video, but I imagine the majority of you guys have, especially because we're playing as the goddamn Night King, and as you can see, our empire is looking very nice. Winter has come from the north, and, I mean, Bear Island is still independent. I'm probably going to leave it, but we've basically conquered everything else now. You know, there's going to be no Northmen left, and we're going to be able just to pour into the Riverlands and to the south. So in this episode, we're basically going to be going down to the God's Eye. I want to take Harrenhal and I want to take King's Landing. So everything else in between probably also be taken. And that's kind of how I feel like Game of Thrones should have ended. You know, Bran got abducted by the Night King. He takes him to the God's Eye to do some sort of ritual. And Jon, Dany and the rest of the boys have to go down and, you know, mess him up and take that. And then they can deal with Cersei afterwards because they're so close to King's Landing. Look at that. It would have been such a good way to end it and give the Night King more screen time and more lore, you know. It would have been cool. Anyway, that's just my opinion. And also, obviously, Jon could have pet Ghost as well. So if you guys are enjoying this, be sure to drop a like and a comment down below. And if this video gets, I don't know, 500 likes, we'll go ahead and continue this campaign on, and we'll conquer, I don't know, everything else down to Dawn, maybe. We'll basically just cover the entirety of Westeros in the Night King's power. So if you want to see that, then be sure to hit that like button. Also, every like equals one pet for Ghost. So, you know, if you think Ghost is a good boy, be sure to hit that like button. We are basically just continuing our conquest for the rest of the North, though. Something I also didn't realize, but is obviously so obvious, is if we assimilate the settlement, so basically murder everyone inside the settlement, it becomes really, really happy. It's something I should have been doing from the get-go, obviously, because we are the Night King and we want to kill people. So it makes sense that we would go ahead and assimilate the settlement and basically murder everyone in our path. But it was just something that I didn't necessarily think of, and I was just like, oh yeah, if we just occupy, they'll probably be happy. But no, definitely assimilating them is the way to go. It would be cool as well if when this mod is fully released, if when you assimilate a settlement, your army like replenishes. That'd be kind of cool, because as you can see, a few of our armies are starting to get a little bit empty, which isn't great, obviously, because we can't recruit any more soldiers, and I don't want to buy any sellswords or anything, because I feel like that doesn't make sense. So, you know, we could end up running out of soldiers as we make our way down south. I don't think we will. I'm sure it will be fine, especially because a lot of the Riverland soldiers are busy fighting the Lannisters, and, you know, the Targaryens are busy fighting down here in the Stormlands. So I think it'll be kind of easy to pour through the Riverlands, but you never know. We might come up against a few big armies and push on from there. But yeah, anyway, the rest of the armies are just coming down south. We're moving over to take the Rills, which I think is like the last settlement besides Flintfingers and Greywater Watch held by the Reeds. But yeah, things are looking pretty good so far. Okay, so we have the last of the Stark settlements. This is the final northern province, and I think it'd only be fair if we did fight it. So this is the Flintfingers. We'll go ahead and dive into this. I'm also besieging the Twins as well right now, or at least one side of the Twins, and I've taken a couple Riverland settlements. But after this, we can basically just pour all of our armies into the southern lands and really start to make our way towards Harrenhal, and then finally towards King's Landing, which we should make good progress on. I think we're going to skip the Arryns. I'm not sure. We'll fight the Arryns in the Crown Lands, but I think overall we're probably not going to go to the Eyrie. Maybe I'll just send one army to the Eyrie and leave everyone else kind of sitting back and kind of beelining towards King's Landing. But yeah, we do have a battle now. This looks like, yeah, this is actually the exact same settlement that the Northerners had. Hopefully the Twins has a cool custom settlement, because that would be fun to fight over that. We'll dive in though, and we'll kind of set up our formation now. So we've got men going up the siege towers and the ladders. They did actually manage to burn one of my undead siege towers, which was unfortunate. I guess they were just hammering it with crossbows and fire arrows and everything in between. But we'll just go ahead and make use of the gatehouse and just pour our dead through like an unstoppable weight. And then we also have soldiers obviously up on the walls as well. As soon as these goes down, they'll be a lot more effective. And we should be able to clear out this, because there's only archer crossbow, there's only crossbowmen up here on the walls, so our skelly should have a great time up there. We are taking casualties though, as they do have like 4,000 men, So we're going to have to be a little bit cautious. But yeah, the boys are coming in, and we'll just, flood through these gates like they are nothing. So I'm not really too nervous about this battle. Look at this absolute pile of dead. They are just pouring through the settlement, and we actually have a pretty nice gap here. I might see if I can just like spam click my men through the walls and just, exploit this gap that they've left. You can also see that they do have some really cool soldiers stacked up here. They have Glover's swordsmen right there. You can tell, obviously, by the sigil on the shield. I'm pretty sure as well they have some Manderley soldiers around here. You have some Mormon soldiers, Glover, Karstark right there. So we definitely have, piled up infantry. This burning oil, though, has killed so many of my men. I'll be I'll be a lot more relieved once our soldiers are actually inside, because I think I've lost more men to the actual burning oil than anything else. Okay, more undead are pouring into the settlement right now. I wanted to go ahead and bring up the rest of my reserves just to throw them in so we can end this a little bit quicker. They put up a pretty good defense in the center. However, we're breaking through on this left flank. I'm also enveloping them up on the walls as well. So yeah, you can see the undead are just literally tearing through them right now at tremendous speed. So unfortunately, the Northerners are putting up a great last stand. It is just not enough to repel the dead. These units are ridiculously strong. I imagine when the game does fully release, they'll be much more balanced, and they'll probably be able to replenish just really efficiently, and that's why they'll be good. Rather than the fact of they'll be super cheap and you'll be able to just spam them out, rather than them just being really strong, which is kind of what they're like in the current build. I'm sure that's how they'll balance it out so that the Northerners can repel them. It's just they'll need a lot of soldiers, and they'll be kind of constantly under siege by the undead. So it'll be really awesome when the mod does fully complete and you have a fully fledged working AI kind of doing all this crazy stuff. And let's just run through these guys. Their shield wall is nowhere near dense enough. So we'll just envelop them, and then that should probably... They actually just break as we run through them. That's hilarious. And now we can just push on the final city centre and end this battle and kill the Northerners. Yeah, the North will be no more. It will just be a snowy wasteland. I mean, I guess it's already a snowy wasteland, but you know what I mean. A snowy wasteland with a lot of dead, I guess. The last couple seconds of the Starks will stand right here, and as you can see, things do not look good for them whatsoever. And the city is about to be taken. There we have it. And that is hopefully House Stark and the Northerners taken care of. Also, quickly, before we just move on with this campaign, I think the only thing I'm really excited for in the last couple episodes for Game of Thrones is the Clegane Bowl. I am hyped for that. Hopefully they do it justice. It's going to be sick. That's the one thing I'm still really looking forward to. And we should have the Starks killed. Hasn't said they've been... So yeah, we've done that. Hasn't said they're gone. Maybe they'll wait until next turn in case they might be able to take a settlement back. As you can see, we are just moving armies forward. We've taken down the King's Road, and we'll continue to move down the King's Road. And I guess our first interaction with Dany will be over here. I don't really want to go through the Blood Gate, but we could maybe just send an army to take the Blood Gate and the area. I mean, honestly, this is where they should have defended against the Night King. I guess the Night King just wouldn't come here and just ignore them. I mean, he could have just walked around them in the north as well. You stick Bran at the top of the Eyrie, and you're pretty sorted. Go get some dragon-killing ballistas from Cersei. You take out the Night King. You're looking Gucci, because the dead pouring up the mountain, it'd be so much easier. I mean, the Eyrie is literally the strongest fortress ever known. It's just a mountain with one single path. The Bloodgate as well would be an absolute slaughter as well. I guess they wouldn't be as effective as the dead can just climb up. And obviously it's easy pickings for the zombie dragon. But besides that, as I said, get some dragon killing ballistas and you're looking pretty decent. But yeah, we'll just move on. I want to take the twins. I probably won't fight this battle. We'll just auto-resolve this one, even though this actually could be kind of fun. But we did just fight a battle, so let's just move on. We do want to get to King's Landing before the end of this episode and take it. We're also edging closer as well to Harrenhal and the God's Eye, so that's pretty good. But yeah, King's Landing is... almost on the same, if I do this, we can almost see our next territory. We also look pretty amazing on the mini-map down here as well, as the Empire just continues to sprawl out of the north. And, oh, the Northerners have their keep, don't they? Of course, that's why they are not taken care of. I might have to do something about that. I actually managed to find Theon. That's hilarious. And he is fighting for House Targaryen because this is set, I think, Season 7, where Yara and Theon do both pledge their allegiance to House Targaryen. So this is kind of awesome. I mean, he's about to die like he did, in Season 8. But hey, we finished him off. We made pretty good progress everywhere else. We are one step away from Harrenhal, which is perfect. We've also taken, as you can see, Seaguard and everything up here as well. And we're kind of sorting out a few public order issues, which is, kind of funny doing as the Night King. So we'll march on. Yeah, we'll march on this. But as you can see, our armies are starting to get a little bit low, I am running out of soldiers. Luckily, we are very close to King's Landing. And as you can see, King's Landing has actually been taken by the Tyrells, which is kind of hilarious as well to see that. I think Daenerys is also dead because... no, this is one of the Coles. Yeah, this is not Khal Drogo, is it? No, this is one that took over for him, or at least pledged his allegiance to Dany. Yeah, so, I don't think Dany's doing too great, which is upsetting, especially when she does have them powerful dragons. But yeah, we are now sieging Harrenhal, which is great. I want to take everything around this, and then also, we're going to be just storming through these territories very soon, and securing this. We're also now fighting literally everyone, maybe besides Dawn. We haven't got into contact with, but everyone else is under heavy fighting right now. But yeah, we're making good progress. And soon enough, we'll be able to secure everything around the God's Eye. And then it's just a quick march to King's Landing, where we will have our final battle. King's Landing is within our grasp. We are only 1 or 2 settlements away. Most likely 1. I'll probably go for Hayford and then just march on King's Landing. But also taking Rosby would be nice, because that would push the Arryn dominance out of this area as well. And then we can just make our way to King's Landing. It's a shame they don't have any soldiers in King's Landing. They might go ahead and reinforce it, but I think the majority of the Tyrell force is fighting the Lannisters as well as fighting the Dornish here. They have a lot of armies down here in the south. So that's unfortunate that we can't just have like a big battle to end it, but it will still be fun to take that out. Maybe I'll try and look for a big battle against the Lannisters or something, as they are holding me up pretty heavily over here at Rivertree. I have also now taken the bloody gate as well. Maybe next episode, if you guys want another episode, we can push on the Eyrie. And if you guys do want another episode, by the way, I will play a lot more battles. This was more of just kind of like us coming storm, killing everything. But if you guys did want another episode, I think I would be more than happy to go ahead and just, fight a lot more battles, because we don't have really a goal for the next episode rather than just kill everyone. Whereas this is kind of more of a consolidated goal of taking King's Landing, so I didn't want to make the episode too long because of that. But I'm sure we could have plenty of other battles. Is this Grey Worm out of interest? No, it's not. Okay. For a second, because I know Grey Worm is chilling around somewhere. I just don't know whereabouts he is. As well as that, I can't kill Bear Island. We have an army up here, but as you can see, it literally just won't let me kill them. So yeah, I don't really know what to do, honestly, to prevent this from happening. I guess the Bear Island will stand strong and stand with House Stark like they have for 1,000 years. But yeah, for now, we are just moving on. We are definitely running out of soldiers, though. As you can see, my armies are really thin, and I'm not using these sellswords. These sellswords are basically just here to keep the garrison clean, so that my armies don't rebel, or my settlements don't rebel. That's basically all I'm using the sellswords for. But I guess now we will be making our way towards King's Landing with our armies. So yeah, the next time we jump in, we'll be pushing on the settlement. Okay guys, finally the battle for King's Landing is about to kick off. And they do actually have a decent garrison because of the garrison script, so lots of these Reach swordsmen will be defending the city walls for everything they've got. As you can see, for the rest of things, I've finally taken Raventree from the Lannisters. That was like one of the hardest parts of this campaign. I actually had to fight a battle, but I cut it out to save time. Yeah, it was brutal. The Lannisters held firm and tried to repel me. I am also giving up on this siege of Bear Island. Like, it's just not going to happen. So we have an entire full stack here, which we desperately need to come down. Whether that's to help me defeat the Arryns or do whatever, I need more soldiers down there, because as you can see, as we're conquering more territory, my armies are having to merge, and I'm running out of dead because I can't recruit anymore right now. It's yeah, it's causing a bit, it's being a little bit tricky, but it doesn't really matter as long as we take King's Landing. That's at least what I wanted to do this episode. So let's dive into this battle. They have 2,000 men. I have a ton, and we have to fight at nighttime, right? We have to fight at nighttime. Winter has come, so let's move in. I'm hoping it is a custom map. I think it is a custom map as it is in Westeros Total War, but we'll have to jump in and find out. The Night King is finally ready to claim what is his, the Iron Throne. Not that I imagine he ever wants the Iron Throne, but still, nonetheless, we are ready to dive into this battle. Now, the settlement isn't a custom, well, it's a big settlement. I think it is like a custom map variant. but it's not the one I was thinking. Like, I'm pretty sure in Westeros Total War, they do have like a proper custom map with custom buildings and everything. Now, this is a huge settlement, and you can definitely see that this is cast, you know, this could be a King's Landing in a different, you know, different like kind of interpretation. We do have the Great Keep, the Great, I guess, Step Church, and also I believe there is a keep somewhere. But yeah, I honestly thought that this was a custom map in Westeros Total War, but maybe they are just waiting to go ahead and make their own variant. We can see some of the Reach swordsmen as well. We have a handful of the houses from the Reach, and I think the Reach is like the house I am the area I am the least knowledgeable. Obviously, I know the Tarleys and House Hightower, and a bunch of other ones, but besides that, you know, I don't really know kind of more of the smaller ones, where in like the Riverlands and the North, I know basically all the houses. Okay, so we are now fighting on the walls, hopefully storming these fairly easily. We've also broken through the gate, and I'm going to try and maybe like take the gatehouse before I move forward, because that burning oil is brutal, and I don't want to lose like a ton of my dead. It can really, really hurt. But then again, they don't really have anything here. So if I just stick this unit up there, we can take that. And hopefully by the time, yeah, we just took the gatehouse. So, boys, it looks like it's time to storm through the goddamn gate. We will see the dead just pour in now. Why the hell are you guys not moving? Get your asses over here. Everyone just pour through that goddamn gate with everything you've got. The Night King is even going to lead the assault as well. Or I guess lead the assault from the back. So not quite. You can also see the awesome medieval tomb moon up there as well. It's hilarious. The game doesn't look awful from like up here, but when you zoom in, you can really tell that this is an old, outdated game. But yeah, we are basically storming these walls, and you know, it's only been a matter of time until we have basically taken all the walls. I need to honestly silence these artillery towers though, because holy crap, they are hurting. Also, this infantry should not go up the gate. No, yeah, guys, all just go through this, because the towers can be a little bit glitchy, so everyone just come through the gate. It's much easier. I mean, look at that. We are pouring forward. You guys go deal with that. You guys keep on assaulting. We do need to get some soldiers up on the wall though as well, because yeah, they are doing a decent job with these towers. Like, the towers do some pretty deadly damage, so I want to make sure that we do take care of them. But for now, the walls are falling. The gate is definitely under our command as well, so I think it's only a matter of time until the rest of the settlement does fall to us. So the majority of the outer wall has been swiped out. There's still a few pockets of resistance. You can see the Night King and his boys getting in there, and it's always great to use the Night King because he is such a strong unit. So I don't know, you're there. You know, where is the boy himself? He's pretty easy to see because he's not wielding like this huge ice sword. He's wielding something else, and his custom model is a little bit better as well. I can't actually pick him out. He's in here somewhere. He definitely hasn't died. Man, imagine if the Night King died and our campaign just ended. Like, that was just a script that would run. Is once he's dead, it is just over. Is that him? Maybe. Well, either way, this one is just going ham. So yeah, as you can see, if we press this, the majority of the outer defenses have been clean. We're pouring in more infantry as well. The actual walls themselves have like a handful of soldiers left on them. We're pouring in pretty desperately right here, just hitting them. As soon as we cleared out these guys, we can then pour in a lot of infantry as well to help down in the other positions. We also have a big assault somewhere. I don't know where it is. Wait, have we actually pushed up here? Oh my god, what are these guys doing up here? Well, they can just be patient, you know. I did not tell them to do this, but they can just sit here and wait until I give the order to attack, because I want to take my time with this siege. I want to clear everything else, push them back to the final stand, and then move in. We also have 2 units of infantry right here. So we'll continue to move in. We'll continue to let the Night King do his thing, and yeah, continue to assault these guys who really do not stand a chance whatsoever. Winter has definitely come for the south. Okay, there is literally basically nothing left on the outer walls now. They've got this like really clumped up line of swordsmen who are all dying. It's just a matter of time until they break. We also have this really cool pocket of resistance right here. There's like 2 or 3 of them left, but they are being crushed in by the weight of the dead, which is awesome. And then there's just this, but this is about to be hit in the rear by a whole wealth of undead. And then it's just basically moving up the rest of our forces here. I've tried my best to avoid fighting them. I don't want to, I want to kind of envelop them from every single side and then collapse on them. So I am trying my best to avoid this engagement. But they are kind of making it difficult for me to do that. Hopefully we can just stay away from them. I don't want to fight them. And then we'll just move in for one final last stand. Obviously we need the Night King up here, but he's busy fighting down here, trying to finish off these guys, who we have now enveloped now. So they shouldn't really stand much longer. Yeah, most of the people are like routed, but they're just fighting to the death because that's a cool mechanic in Medieval too. Okay, so there is still a small fight going on over here, but we're gonna run out of time soon enough if we don't quickly take this settlement. So I formed up the Night King. He is preparing to secure himself the Iron Throne, and I think now what we will do is to select everyone and tell them to move in. This should be awesome to watch these guys just descend from every single avenue to go ahead and finish off what remains of the Reach and the Iron Throne. Obviously, you can imagine we are burning the city as well, down to the ground. More undead are pouring through the streets to reinforce us here. And soon enough, the settlement will be mine. And the Night King would have achieved his goal of, I mean, I guess it's like in the TV show and the books, his goal is probably never to take King's Landing. But for our campaign purposes, we are moving in and the Tyrells will have no chance to repel. They also do still have like these men up on the walls that have actually held really impressively. But the main fight is going to obviously be right here. You can see some of the White Walkers pushing up and making great progress with the rest of our whites. They are literally surrounded from every single side. No escape whatsoever. It kind of looks like we're making one of the signs with the dead bodies, right? Which is pretty cool with their formation. But now the rest of the reinforcements have turned up, they stand no chance at all. And there we have it. The city centre is ours. The rest of the Tyrell forces have been annihilated. Even though on the wall they still held throughout the entire time. Like, I've been hitting these guys for like a good 40-odd minutes. But victory is ours. And as you can see, King's Landing has been secured. Even though that is Dragonstone in the background. You know, we have now taken King's Landing, which was the goal of this campaign. We've definitely brought death and destruction to the whole of Westeros. Now, obviously, we'll wait until we're on the campaign map to end this, because I want to see it fall to the Night King. And really, this is how Game of Thrones should have ended right here. And oh my god, if we sack the settlement, we get 30 grand. That is absolutely crazy. It was a little disappointing that it wasn't a custom settlement. Look at that as well. The governor is the Night King. And he's got max dread as well on absolute beast. Let's go ahead and build this goddamn pleasure palace right away. Let's do that. But as you can see, I feel like we've done a pretty good job here. We've taken most of the crown lands, or at least the northern crown lands. We've taken the whole of Harrenhal. We've secured the majority of this territory. Obviously, the entirety of the north has been taken, besides Bear Island. We have reinforcements on the way with a brand new army. The bloody gate has been taken as well, which is like impossible to take. So yeah, I feel like overall this campaign has been very successful. Now remember, if you guys do want to see another part of me trying to expand, I think I'll just go until I run out of dead men, because as you can see, I only have one, obviously the Night King's army, 2, 3, 4, 5 armies left. That's my sellsword army to garrison. Yeah, 5 armies left of dead. So I'll definitely run out before I can take the whole of Westeros, I think. But we'll have to see. Like, I'll have to take the whole of this and Dragonstone and then deal with the Eyrie and then move down. I think the Lannisters honestly would hold me in place the most out of anyone else. But yeah, if you guys want to see that, just drop a like and a comment down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one.